and gentlemen, a warm word of welcome for everyone as we're about to converse our topic about common types of injuries inside the kitchen. Let me begin in introducing myself. I am Colline Hazel of Buenaventura, speaking from Hooray. Let me give you a brief introduction for our group named Hooray. Our group consists of 4 members and I was the one who's been blessed by such an honor to introduce this group in front of everyone. We will make sure that we will give you a full knowledge about injuries that will help a lot of people. And a friendly reminder from us, money can buy happiness, but money cannot buy safeness. Going back to our topic for today, the first thing that we need to discuss is the first injury is the burn. The causes of burn is being engulfed by burning hot steam, sleeping, falling while carrying something hot, also pulling a hot item out of the microwave without the proper protective equipment. This reporter right here will give you a quick prevention that will help you to avoid any accident as much as possible. First, plan the kitchen layout to avoid carrying hot items in long distances. Second, when moving the hot items, make sure that your movement is visible to other employees. Ensure that the area around the hot liquids are free from objects that could fall and cause hot liquids to splash. The basic first aid kit that we have to do in the midst of accident, we must apply cool and wet compresses after holding the burn under cool, run the water until the pain goes away. Do not pop blisters. Cleanse the area and use a gentle antibiotic ointment if a blister pops. Bandage the burn loosely, ensure your safety and the safety of the burn victim by staying away from danger. If necessary, immediately take an over-the-counter painkiller. But again, what is the main cause of burn? Fire. The second injury is fire. There are numerous reasons why fires could start. The most frequent of kitchen fires is leaving the food in the stove unattended, placing flammables in your vicinity, to a heat source accidentally failing to turn it off. The best line of protection against fires is a restaurant kitchen that is properly designed and maintained. The efficiency and safety of our restaurant or your restaurant kitchen depend on routine maintenance. To prevent a fire starting, keep your stove top and oven area properly maintained and clean on a regular basis. Make sure that your company's fire extinguishers, sprinkler system, and smoke alarms are regularly inspected and tested. And when not in use, unplug all the appliances. It is unfortunate for us if the fire kept on spreading. So we, Hooray, will guide you to learn on what to do and what are the basic first aid kit if it is secured. If food catches fire in the oven, turn off the heat immediately and allow the fire to burn out by using a heavy wet cloth or cover the flames with a metal lid. Keep anything flammable away from your stovetop, and it is necessary for any restaurant to have a fire extinguisher, so use it immediately if the fire starts to occur. But if you cannot safely extinguish a fire, get outside quickly, close the door behind you to contain the fire, and call 911. These are the few things that we should do if unfortunate accident we might experience in this industry in the future. Every one of us must be aware of our surrounding and be more attentive. The remaining reporters will discuss the rest of the injuries. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Johndave Eludo and today I will explain to you the 2 common type of injury in the kitchen that we call the spilling of boiling water and slipping something in the kitchen. So first injury that we will talk about is spilling of boiling water. In short, we call it scald. So scalds are damage to the skin caused by heat. A scald is caused by something wet such as hot water or steam. To prevent this kind of injury, boil water and other liquids toward the back of the stove where they are less likely to splash or spill, and where pots and pans are less likely to be knocked over. Sit down hot drinks at the far end of the counter or table to reduce the risk of spilling. Cover boiling water to prevent splashes. If we encounter this kind of injury, here are some treatments that we can do. First is keep the burn moisturized. Water-based lotion or aloe vera work well. Avoid other home remedies such as toothpaste, cooking oil, or butter. Second is keep the wound clean. Gently wash the burn daily with mild soap and cool water. Third is do not pick at the burn or pop blister. This can damage the skin or lead to infection. Fourth is take over the counter pain relievers. Some example is ibuprofen. And lastly, cover the burn with a sterile bandage and does not stick to the injured skin. The second injury that we will talk about is sleeping on something in the kitchen. So sleeping injury in the kitchen is the vast majority of sleep injuries happen on floors that you are wet or contaminated. Example with water, food debris, cooking oil, and etc. This is the most sensible thing to look at first. To prevent this kind of injury, stop the floor getting wet or being contaminated in the first place. First is maintain equipment to prevent any leaks of oil, water, and etc. Don't allow things to boil water and contaminate on the floor. Third is avoid contaminating the floor with dry materials like plastic bags, floor dust, and as these materials can create a very slippery surface. Fourth is choose the timing of routine floor cleaning so that people are not put at risk and hygiene is not compromised. If we encounter this kind of injury, here are some first aid treatment that we can apply. First is get the person to rest. Second is apply an ice pack to the injury for up to 20 minutes. This will help to reduce the pain and swelling. Third is if there is no improvement, it's advisable to seek medical advices. Thank you.
This is Gerwyll Cuevas. Following the next common injury in the kitchen called sprain. Sprains are usually caused by an injury such as twisting your ankle. These types of injuries are common in the kitchen since workers or people in the kitchen lift heavy groceries or more things to another location to perform their duties. Since restaurant floors are typically made out of tiles which may become slippery or another hard surface that might make it difficult to do their responsibilities. In the kitchen, these situations can commonly result in sprain or strain injury. What are the precautions to be implemented inside the kitchen in order to prevent this injury? In order to prevent this injury, the worker must be wearing shoes with good cushioning, display a caution sign in slippery areas, and get help when lifting heavy items or use a cart if necessary. How to apply first aid for the particular injury? To apply first aid to a sprain, you must rest the person and the injury. Then, apply an ice pack wrapped in a wet cloth to the injury for 15 minutes. After that, apply a compression elastic bandage firmly to the injury that extends well beyond the injury. Lastly, relax the person and the injured foot.
Lastly, cuts. There is always a danger of cutting yourself when you're working with knives. The most common cuts sustained in the kitchen are from people cutting themselves while slicing a bagel. Slippery cutting boards and rolling food items are other common causes of cuts in the kitchen. Try to cut a watermelon, for instance, after it has released its juices onto a cutting board, can cause you to lose control of the watermelon on the knife. When you are cutting something, don't rush. Move carefully and make sure you are holding the produce properly. Wipe down vegetables or fruits before cutting them if they are wet. When cutting something large, tough, or slippery, secure the item or the cutting board with a towel. If your hands get slippery, wrap a small cloth around the handle of your knife. Learn basic knife skills, especially how to hold a knife and the food that you are cutting. To avoid slips and cuts, rinse the cut or wound with water and apply pressure with sterile gauze. A bandage or a clean cloth. If blood soaks through the bandage, put another bandage on top of the first and keep applying pressure. Raise the injured body part to slow bleeding. When bleeding stops, cover the wound with a new, clean bandage. And this is Miguel Dulay, and that was the news of truth and accuracy. We are hoping everyone is in good condition and also hoping that you have a great day ahead. This is Health Help, Hooray, at your service.